can artificial intelligence ever be a good thing? And if so, how can humanity ensure that we produce it responsibly? We've had plenty of sci-fi movies to show how it can go wrong, eh?
Hey, Ricardo, I think that's a great question. From what I have seen so far regarding artificial intelligence, its applications in medical procedures and medical treatments appears to be very, very, very promising. It can analyze so much data, so many things at once, and look at so many different things with the body on so many different levels that it's coming up with very specific ways to treat illnesses. Now, that type of knowledge and technology is used in the camera that the A's have that heals their bodies, and also gives them past life information. So, to my knowledge, that's the only application they specifically use it with. Now, as far as it being used for the dark, you know, virtually all technology is a double-edged sword. It's important, though, that whatever technology we create, that we're really clear about what our intentions are in building it. Many, many years back in the early 90s, the A's talked about how we build weapons of mass destruction, believing that they're going to keep us safe, when in fact, all they do is create more fear and drain our reality of natural resources and the original intent. Because now that we create these weapons of mass destruction, now we have to protect them so that nobody else can get them. And if we use them, well, you know, basically any area is dead from 2 to 10,000 years. They leak. They're harmful to us, or those who work on them. The process of creating uranium, the waste that's created from the uranium, it has to be buried somewhere forever, because it contaminates forever. So it's interesting, and this is where I know that the shifts in consciousness, they will take us to other places and in ways of where we can look at what we've already done and look at it with not only a fresh eyes, but a completely different perspective. Because we built it, or we created these technologies in a place of this fear, and now we're way over here, and we're hopeful, and we're promising, and we're open, and we're intuitive, and we're living life and compassionate. Do we need this anymore? Does it even fulfill a purpose? And hopefully the answer is no, we no longer need it. We've evolved beyond it. So then we have to look at, okay, how do we uncreate it? And I believe that we're getting close to that, because the benevolence, they have the technology where they can take this uranium, these horribly radioactive things, and speed up their life cycle to where they become just dust, all right? And they use technology to do it. So if a pound of uranium has a life cycle of, I don't know, 4,000 years, 10,000 years, whatever it is, using their technology, maybe in less than a year, using the technology, they can age that uranium to 10,100 years. Now it's useless. It's of absolutely no consequence or harm to anybody. And it's safe to dispose. So we don't need to rebuild or even go back to that kind of a technology. That's a really good question. And the fact that, you know, there are some governments that are thinking or toying with the idea of putting those kind of weapons in the hands of AI systems, that is a scary thought for me. a very, very scary thought. Because what is the emotional state? What is the spiritual state of people who build this kind of technology? Spiritual people don't build this shit. Okay, they don't. They don't build this kind of stuff. They wouldn't do it. So, but spiritual people will figure out how to undo it.